Welcome to today's financial news update from quantbyte.io. Citigroup Incorporated, C, ranks highly in Validia's multi-factor investor model based on Pim van Vliet's strategy, identifying it as a stock with low volatility and strong performance potential. Rocket Lab Corp, RKLB, scores highest among 22 guru strategies in Validia's small-cap growth investor model, which seeks out small-cap growth stocks with strong fundamentals. Reddit Inc., RDDT, has been identified as a top pick by Validia's PB growth investor model, developed by Partha Mohanram. The model highlights RDDT as a low book-to-market stock with strong growth potential. Home Depot Inc., HD, has been identified as a top pick by Validia's multi-factor investor model, based on the strategy of Pim van Vliet. The stock stands out for its low volatility and strong fundamental characteristics. Thermo Fisher Scientific Inc.'s TMO stock has been identified as a top pick by Validia's low PE investor model, based on the strategy of renowned investor John Neff. The key factor driving this recommendation is TMO's consistent and sustained earnings growth trend. Synopsys Incorporated, SNPS, is rated highly by Validia's growth investor model, which follows Martin Zweig's published strategy. The key takeaway is that SNPS is identified as a growth stock, with persistent acceleration in earnings. Arista Networks Inc., ANET, is identified as a top pick by Validia's growth investor model, based on Martin Zweig's strategy. This model selects growth stocks, with consistent and increasing earnings acceleration. Cisco Systems Incorporated, CSCO, has been identified as a top pick by the multi-factor investor model, developed by Pim van Vliet. This model focuses on finding low-volatility stocks, which Cisco currently meets according to its published strategy. Asteria Labs Inc., ALAB, has been identified by the Quantitative Momentum Investor model as a top pick among 22 guru strategies, driven by its strong momentum trend. Shopify Incorporated, SHOP, is rated highly by the growth investor model, a strategy inspired by Martin Zweig's approach to identifying growth stocks. The key focus is on companies with consistently increasing earnings acceleration. Spotify Technology SA, SPOT, has been identified as a top stock by the Quantitative Momentum Investor model developed by Wesley Gray, ranking highest among 22 guru strategies. Intuit Inc., ENTU, is rated high by a fundamental model focused on low book-to-market stocks, with growth potential, specifically due to its valuation metrics and earnings performance. Pfizer Inc., PFE, performs best among Validia's 22 tracked models, specifically the shareholder yield investor model by Meb Faber. This model identifies companies repaying shareholders through dividends and buybacks. AbbVie Incorporated, ABBV, ranks highest among various guru strategies for its performance in the multi-factor investor model developed by Pim van Vliet. This model identifies low-volatility stocks with strong fundamentals, which AbbVie meets based on its published strategy. Qualcomm Incorporated, QCOM, ranks highly in Validia's low PE investor model by John Neff, which identifies companies with sustained earnings growth and low price-to-earnings ratios. Stay informed with quantbyte.io for the latest financial news.